Welcome children, welcome back. So this is our next session of mathematics and we were in chapter number 2, linear equations in one variable. So as last time in the last session I told children, we are about to finish our chapter today, right? We were in the last exercise 2.6, and in that only last two word sums are remaining, right? So let us continue today with that. Okay, later on of course this chapter is going to come for the exam and we are going to continue with the revision also. So solve whatever sums I have taken and whatever assignments are given to you. Okay, so let us begin with today's session. Yeah, so we were in exercise 2.6. This is question number 6. And last time one sum I have given in the assignment. I hope all have done that. All have tried to do this, right? Let us begin. Yeah. The question is, the ages of Hari and Harry are in the ratio 5:7. 4 years from now, the ratio of their ages will be 3:4. Find the present ages. So first of all, let us one by one see what is given things and try to form an equation, right children? So suppose this is Harry, okay? So now here you can see children, ages are given in the ratio. Directly age is not given. So let us suppose take, or let us take this is as Harry, okay? So now this is suppose Hari, okay, and this is Harry. Sorry. Yeah. So now the ratio is given 5:7. That means Hari, let us consider the age as 5x, and Harry, let us consider the age as 7x, right? And when we write in the ratio form, how we can write children? Yes, it will be 5x upon 7x. That is the age of Hari to the age of Harry, right? So now this is what is our first step. Now later on what they have told is 4 years from now. From now 4 years means obviously their age will be increased by 4 years children. Yes, so what we can write is both of them, the ages are now increased by 4 years. So we can write 5x plus 4 upon 7x plus 4. And now after this 4 years, the ratio of their ages is 3:4. So this is now equal to, how we write 3:4? That is 3 upon 4. Now we got our equation children. You can see here that it is 5x plus 4 whole divided by 7x plus 4 is equal to 3 upon 4. Now if you see here in the denominator you can see the variable. In the denominator variable it is not in the linear form, right? But we can reduce it to the linear form. This whole term we can transpose it to the right hand side, right? Here also in the denominator, parallelly this we can transpose it to the left hand side children. And then as usual how we solve? By first opening the brackets and then transposing the constants to one side and variables to the other side, we can find the solution, and x is nothing but the present ages, right? So let us begin children. I hope you understood this. So this is our solution. Let the ages of Hari and Harry be 5x and 7x years as I told. So according to the question, it will be 5x plus 4 because after 4 years, right? Upon 7x plus 4 is equal to, the ratio again they have given is 3 upon 4. So later on now what we are doing is, this 4 in the denominator to the right hand side transposing it to the left hand side. So it will be 4 multiplied by whatever term is already present. So 4 multiplied by 5x plus 4 in the left hand side. And towards the left hand side, whatever is the denominator, that is 7x plus 4, we are transposing it to the right hand side. And this will come as 3 multiplied by, in bracket, 7x plus 4. Now this step, once we got it, so now we can simplify first the bracket, children. That is, whichever number is present outside the bracket, you have to multiply to all the terms present inside. So now let us do stepwise. 4 into 5x will be 20x. 4 into 4 will be 16 is equal to 3 into 7x will be 21x. 3 into 4 will be 12, right? All are positive, so no need to bother. But as examples I told, if the sign is negative outside the bracket, whether it is inside the bracket, there you have to be little bit careful, children. So now you can see further like this we cannot simplify. So now we will transpose all the constants to one side and all the variables to the terms which are having the variables to the other side. So now here 21x will be transposed it to the, here you can see 21x, I'll transpose it to the left hand side. It is positive, it will become negative after transposing. So in the left hand side, I'll get 20x minus 21x. As well as here constant 16, I'll transpose it to the other side. It will become minus 16, that is 12 minus 16. So now 20x minus 21x will be negative x, that is 1x we can write as x also. And 12 minus 16 will be minus 4, that is negative 4. And now here you can see both the sides negative sign is cancelled and it is x is equal to 4. We can say cancel, or you can transpose the terms to either side, it will become the positive. So x is equal to positive 4. So now once we get the value of x, children, we have to find the present age of Hari and Harry. So Hari was 5x. So here you can see 5x. We substitute the value of x, that is 4. It will become 5 4s are 20 years. So Hari is 20 years. And Harry is 7x, that is 7 into 4, that is equal to 28 years. So this is how you have to find the solution. The procedure is same, children. Only the thing is, the main is you should find out the proper equation. That is how we have done just now, right? So let us proceed with the last sum of our exercise 2.6, that is question number 7. Now, let us begin. The denominator of a rational number is greater than the numerator by 8. So you can see here now there will be a numerator and a denominator. Now if you see, children, we don't know the numerator, so let us assume that the numerator is x. And according to question, the denominator is greater than the numerator by 8. Greater means we can take it as x plus 8. Yes. Now further, if the numerator is increased by 17, if the numerator is increased by 17 means it will be plus 17, right? And denominator is decreased by 1. So here I can write minus 1 in the denominator. Number obtained is equal to 3 upon 2. So can I write here once again? Numerator will be x plus 17 whole divided by denominator we have calculated x plus 8 minus 1, which is equal to, now we are getting 3 upon, I'll change the color, you can see it. It will be 3 upon 2. So this is now we have formed our equation. Obviously it is not linear because in denominator you can see here we have x. Now what we will do is we are going to transpose the denominators, right? And as usual, how we solve, like that we are going to solve, children. So let us start with our answer. Yeah, here you can see, let the numerator of the rational number be x as we have discussed earlier. Then the denominator is x plus 8. Rational number is equal to x upon x plus 8. According to the question, now we are adding 17 in the numerator, becomes x plus 17, and denominator we are subtracting 1, so it becomes x plus 1, 8 minus 1. So this is equal to, we are getting 3 upon 2. So this is how we have formed our equation. Now let's begin with the solution. Yeah, here you can first of all simplify. 8 minus 1, we know it is 7. So x plus 17 in the numerator, and in denominator we'll get x plus 7 is equal to 3 upon 2. Now we transpose the denominators, right? That is, in the left hand side it is x plus 7, which I am going to transpose it to the other side. It becomes 3 multiplied by x plus 7. 3 was already present in the numerator to the right hand side. Parallelly, in the denominator to the right hand side is 2, which we are going to transpose it to the left hand side, which will again be 2 multiplied by x plus 17. X plus 17 already present in the numerator to the left hand side. Now we are going to simplify the bracket first. 2 multiplied by x will be 2x. 2 multiplied by 17 will be 34. In the right hand side, 3 into x will be 3x. 3 into 7 will be 21. All are positive numbers. Now we are going to transpose the constants to one side and the terms having variable to the other side. So 3x, I'll transpose it to the left hand side. It will become negative 3x. So the terms which are there in the left hand side is 2x minus 3x. 2x was already present. Parallelly, 34 I will transpose. You can see here 34, I'll transpose it to the right hand side. It will become negative 34. 21 is already constant present to the right hand side. So it will become 21 minus 34. Now solve it. 2x minus 3x is negative x, that is negative 1x, is equal to 21 minus 34 will be negative 13. And in previously we have solved how to cancel the sign, or if it transpose, or both the terms becomes positive. So it is x is equal to 13. So once we get the 13 number, we are going to find the number with the numerator and denominator. So numerator was x, you can see here, it will be obviously the 13 as it is, whole divided by x plus 8. Now we substitute the value of x, that is 13. 13 plus 8 is equal to 21. So the final rational number which we got is 13 upon 21. I hope you people understood this. Yeah. So a quick revision on whatever we have done, children. So in the chapter number 2, linear equations in one variable. Linear equation in one variable means the expression which forms the equation, that is have equality sign, that contains single variable, children. One variable means single variable, and the highest power of the variable should be 1. Okay, then only it is said linear equation in one variable. Next point is algebraic equation is an equality involving variables. It says that the value of the expression on one side of the equality sign is equal to the value of the expression on the other side. So when we find the solution, we have already checked it, right, children? How we check? By substituting the value of the variable both the side, left hand side and right hand side, and what we see that both the sides are equal, then only we say that yes, this is the solution of the given equation, right? Next is a linear equation may have for its solution any number, children. You have seen so many exercises we have done, and we can get any rational number as a solution, children. It is not that we will get only whole number, or it's not like that, right? We can get any rational number. An equation may have linear expressions on both the sides. Okay, especially in the last one we have seen both the sides we get the equations, and we transpose, we solve further, we open the brackets, and then we solve. Next one is, just as number, variables can also be transposed to one side of the equation. So, you know children, we have already solved so many sums, especially in when there were no linear equations. We have transported the variables also to the other side. Okay, so at the end also we do like that, right? All the constants we bring to one side and all the terms with to the other side, right? Next one is, occasionally the expressions forming equations have to be, have to be simplified before we can solve them by usual methods. So usual methods like transposing, like multiplying or dividing, or adding or subtracting the similar terms to the both the sides, right? Before doing that also, few equations has to be simplified, right, before we do the usual methods. Some equations may not be in linear to begin with. In the last exercise we have seen that, right? They to linear form by multiplying both sides of the equation by a suitable expression, or we have seen by transposing the whichever is there present the variable in the denominator to the other side, right? The utility equations in their diverse applications, different problems on numbers, ages, perimeters, combination of currency notes, and can be solved using linear equations. Okay, so these all applications we have seen children, so many word sums we have solved. Okay, so that's it, we have covered all the points. Keep solving, keep practicing. Okay, that's it, we will end up our session today.